I am so sick of braces. I'm 50 years old. Why? Why did I do this to myself? I was fine. I was able to eat. I mean, I had a bit of a crossbite, you know. I was getting a little bit of the old pain in the jaw because it doesn't quite close right. But, you know, I was fine. I might have been grinding my teeth down. I might have been getting to a point where I might, you know, lose my teeth. But, you know, I was fine. I didn't need to do this to myself. But I did. So I recently went with my family to a little vacation for July 4th. We went up to Michigan, went to Muskegon, I think it's what it's pronounced. Went to Michigan Adventure Theme Park. That was fun. Anyway, we also went to the beach. It was really fun. A little bit overcast, but otherwise it was pretty fun. Anyway, I took a bunch of different handhelds and I played games because that's what I do. I cannot leave my house without taking video games with me to play. So I took with me 3 different systems to play. And in this video, we're going to talk about 3 different games on those systems that I played the most while on vacation. In this episode of What Am I Playing? Alright, so these are presented in no particular order. It's literally just, they're here, and I'm going to hold them up. There's no priority to them. So here they are. First up, Asteroid Chasers. I have the Atari Lynx version, and I have the Game Boy version. This is the Game Boy version. I will admit, I mostly played the Game Boy version. Like I said, the Game Boy version is the version I played the most. However, I've got footage of both the Atari Lynx version and the Game Boy version in this video. The game is described as a tactical tile placing game. You are given tiles to place, which interact with other tiles in unique and interesting ways, and your goal is to play all of the tiles and get the highest score you can. The game ends when you've run out of tiles to place, or if you place 3 mine tiles without deactivating the mines first. Asteroid Chasers is a ton of fun to play. It's a great little game to play on trips. Each game lasts only a few minutes, and it has a real just one more run appeal. Asteroid Chasers can be found on the yatsunagames.com website, and is available for purchase for the Atari Lynx and Nintendo Game Boy. You can also purchase the ROM from their itch.io page and play it on an emulator if you don't have original hardware. It's a game I do recommend pretty highly. Next up, Indie Heroes 3 for the Evercade. There's a lot of stuff on here, but the main one I've been playing is Dodo. The footage you're seeing here is from the Nintendo Switch version of Dodo. The game is also available on Steam, and I think it's Steam Deck compatible. However, right now, my go-to way for playing Donut Dodo on the go is the Evercade version, which comes with a handful of other independent games. Donut Dodo is a retro arcade game that never existed. It has this whole backstory of it being a game from 1983, but really, it's just a game from 2022. It's a pitch-perfect fantasy arcade game, combining elements from classics like Donkey Kong and the Popeye arcade game. It's a super great little arcadey-style game that I've sunk hours into. Had this existed in 1983, I know it would have become one of my favorite games to plunk quarters into. You play as a little chef guy who's trying to rescue a huge donut that a big dodo bird has apparently stolen. At least, I think that's what's supposed to be happening. The story really doesn't matter much. The gameplay is tight and responsive, and it's got a healthy number of stages to master, each with their own gimmicks and tricks. Donut Dodo is a blast, and if you have any of the platforms it's available on, it's a game you definitely should check out. Finally, the last thing that I've been playing on the go is Elden Ring. Now, this is the PlayStation 5 edition. Obviously, that's not what I've been playing on the road. I've been playing the PC version on Steam. I'm also, now that I'm back, I'm also playing it on the PlayStation 5. But while I was on the go, mostly playing it on Steam. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to say about Elden Ring. I mean, everybody probably already knows everything that's necessary to know about it. If you like these type of games, you've probably already been playing it. If you were eagerly anticipating the DLC, you've probably already started it. I guess what I can say is that I am a really big Souls-like fan. I've been playing Souls-likes for years. Ever since Demon's Souls on the original PlayStation 3. And Elden Ring is undeniably one of my favorite Souls-likes. It's not necessarily my absolute favorite. I think Bloodborne probably takes that cake. But it is definitely one that I really, really love, and it's definitely one I've put a ton of hours in. Looking at my Steam profile right now, it looks like I put in about 148 hours on PC alone. But I also own it on the Xbox and for the PlayStation 5. And I've probably put in an additional 200 or so hours on each of those. I've played through it easily a dozen times at this point, although I haven't gotten all of the endings. I need to really make it a goal this time to do an ending that I haven't seen before. I do tend to really enjoy the madness ending, and so for whatever reason I keep doing it over and over and over again. I really do need to diversify. Anyway, I've played Elden Ring on the go on my Steam Deck before. In fact, I think that was the first time I actually played it on PC, was on my Steam Deck. The footage that you're seeing here is obviously captured from PC and not from the Steam Deck. But yeah, I love it. It's a lot of fun. I started it on my trip, and towards the end of the trip, I managed to get to the DLC. I was a little bit underleveled, though, for the DLC. And so I kind of got my ass handed to me. But that's cool, because I picked up a weapon from the DLC that I'm going to take back into the base game and do more of the base game and get myself leveled up and get more gear and more equipment so that I can come back to the DLC with a vengeance. In addition to this solo game that I'm playing on PC and my Steam Deck, I've also got a co-op game that I've been playing with my friends on the PlayStation 5. I might talk more about it in the future, I don't really know. I kind of feel like I've talked enough about Elden Ring. You don't need to know more about it. You don't need to know my opinion. Everybody loves this freaking game. What am I going to say that's different from everybody else? I guess the one thing I will close by saying, this particular build that you're seeing on my PC and my Steam Deck game is going to be using the Great Katana. I have it attuned to Occult so that I can really ramp up the bleed damage, and my character is specializing in Arcane. With my friends, I'm kind of leaning towards using the Beast Claw, which is the hand-to-hand weapon. However, I really do like the Meteoric Ore Greatsword as well, so I might play that with them. I might switch and use that as my specialty. I don't know. We haven't gotten to the DLC as co-op friends yet, so we'll have to wait and see what I'm feeling when we actually get there. Anyway, Elden Ring's a blast. I'm loving it. It's a lot of fun. Plays great on the Steam Deck. It's a great game to take on the road. And, you know, I recommend it. You know, if you are been living under a rock and you've never heard of Elden Ring, that is. It's a good game.